Hey guys, and welcome out to the Pod of War channel. It's Dave, and this time we're not podcasting, we're playing some games. So we've teased on the channel for literally 6 months that I'm obsessed with Dirt 5. So now that I've noticed that it is on Google Stadia's Pro service, I thought, why not play a couple races of Dirt 5 on Stadia and just chat about how much I love the game. So yes, I am playing this on Stadia, which is cloud gaming service, if you don't know, but Craig likes to take the mick out of it on the channel. I quite like it. Chris has used it as well, but yeah, that's a video for another day. So if you've been keeping up, I've got the 100% completion on PS4, PS5, and Xbox for the base game. I don't have Steam because I don't play PC, but I'm kind of tempted to go for Stadia as well because it has achievements. So let's just play some races and see how it goes and just generally chat shit. So obviously, first thing you got to know about this version of the game is I'm obviously streaming it via my kind of semi-hacked game capture device. So if it doesn't look super clear, it's really more that than Stadia. It's 1080p 60, absolutely fine. It doesn't have all the fancy gubbins of the next gen versions that I can tell. There isn't options, I don't think, for quality and performance. I haven't looked, so maybe we'll look after the race. And I'm playing on whatever the default settings are for difficulty, so I'm probably going to crash and tumble my way through while obviously trying to talk and race. So and obviously this game is now owned by EA, which is very interesting. Codemasters have supported Stadia pretty heavily, and EA kind of have, so I do wonder if going forward that relationship continues, because I would quite like to see Dirt Rally 2.0 ported to Stadia. I think it'd be a really cool game to have just available to you via the phone. I think it might be via xCloud, but don't quote me on that. It probably is, right, because it's on Game Pass. So, but yeah, this is one of the last Codemaster games. This is obviously the former Evolution team, I believe, the Drive Club, the Motorstorm guys. So it's a bit more arcadey than Dirt 4, which I think was kind of a bit of a halfway house. I wasn't massive onto Dirt 4. I think Dirt, since it's become Colin McRae Rally, since it's become Dirt, is much more arcadey, and I think it's better that way. It's a bit different. I love this game. I've played about 100 hours across all platforms, so. One thing I will say about Stadia is the controller is so nice. Like, it doesn't get a lot of credit, I think, because it's kind of looks like a Switch Pro controller. It's kind of had sex with the DualShock, but it's incredibly comfortable. I'd rate it higher than the DualShock 4 personally for this game. Obviously doesn't reach the heights of the Xbox controller, but you could use an Xbox controller for the Stadia version of this game if you wanted. So. And I am absolutely trouncing this AI, so I might need to up the difficulty. And obviously if you're not hearing music, I've had to turn that off for obvious DMCA reasons on YouTube. Even though this is a Stadia game, you'd like to think you'd get away with it, but no, sadly not. And I have missed that corner every lap. Jump. Okay, so. And there we go. Cheeky EOF Gizmo Hollywood, because, you know, wrestling. Yeah, 10 seconds. I probably need to up the difficulty. But this is just looking at the game, so why not? So yeah, this version is a bit curious because it kind of feels like the PS4 version as opposed to the PS5 version, because obviously Stadia is more than capable of running the sort of high-end version. So let's have a look in the settings if we do have any options for such things. What do you reckon? Video options? Nope. Audio options? Absolutely not. HUD options? Nope. Just Stadia. So, from what I can tell then, this is just a sort of very base version of the game, which is very interesting. Because usually the Stadia games are based off the PC versions, because obviously it's Linux, generally speaking. So, okay, so we'll do one more race. Let's do the big boys. What big boys have we got? Ooh, Rally GT. Now, I do like a Rally GT, but obviously, if you've been on any show with me and Craig, you know we can only handle four-wheel drive cars at this point. So, what have we got that's four-wheel drive? Performance C. Let's just go with this. That'll do. What I always like about the Dirt games is they keep it quite simple. Like, it's just a simple grading system for how good the cars are. You haven't got to worry too much about like horsepower and stuff. And for a service like Stadia where you can play on your phone on the go, I think that's kind of good. So we're here in Norway. Let's see how my video card likes snow, shall we? So I suppose in the comments for this video, this random video, one, tell me if you like my rambling videos. If you do, I can do plenty more. I still want to do some more streaming, probably after Christmas, because I'm planning to move back to where Chris and Craig live, so we'll be doing more videos. But what on Stadia? What have you played on Stadia? Have you tried Stadia, or do you just follow what the sort of general consensus is, that it's a big failure? I kind of don't think it is, but again, I probably need to do a full video where I discuss my thoughts on Stadia. But my kind of like lowball thoughts is they kind of bungled the launch, and they've marketed it a little bit wrong. They were so focused on the 4K 60 aspect of the service, which I don't think was the tree to sort of bark up. I think the convenience is its biggest strength, because obviously they don't have their own studios anymore, but they still have exclusive deals and stuff, so it still has reasons to just play on Stadia. It's convenience where this shines. Like the fact you haven't got to download any updates, the games, the fact you can play on your phone, you can play on I'm using a Chromecast Ultra for this, like you can do it on your laptop. The controller's pretty nice. Like that's kind of the stuff I think it should have focused on. Stadia Pro is a really good value for money service. I think you get usually around 6 games for £9 a month. If you compare that to PS Plus and Xbox Gold, it's pretty good. Obviously it's not Game Pass, which is kind of what Luna's doing, right? But Luna's obviously not in the UK, so it's, you know, I think it's an interesting spot right now. I think cloud gaming is still so young that no one really knows what the correct answer is. Like, I think most of the people that work on these websites and do these videos are hardcore gamers, like me, probably like you watching the video. So you have an Xbox, you have a PlayStation, so the use case for Stadia isn't really us a lot of the time. But, you know, in sort of emerging countries where getting a console is either very expensive or very difficult, stuff like Brazil and India, places like that, but everyone has a phone, you know, I think Stadia could do something. I'm just interested if Google sticks to it, 'cause obviously it's Google, so they could stick to it for 20 years, or they could be gone next year, right? So it's 2 years in now. Seems like they're going to stick around for me. As long as they're drawing some level of money, I think they will. And like I said, I think it's such an emerging market. People just want convenience. Like Netflix is so popular, YouTube is so popular. There's no reason why gaming couldn't go that way, so we'll see. Obviously, we'll keep an eye on that on the channel. It's realistically going to be me and Chris. We might be able to get Craig to try xCloud at some point, because obviously he is so pure Xbox. It's pretty funny at this point, but xCloud is getting there. It's pretty fun on phones, as long as you've got an Android, obviously. So the sort of range of difficulty on this game, by the way, because I absolutely trounced that last race, and this is proving a lot more difficult. Love the weather effects in this game, though. I love how it just changes on the fly in a race. When will that? And the question is, do I try and go for the 100%? So I don't have the DLC for this. It's one of those that if it's ever on sale, maybe. But I have already done it on PS5. But I would like to get the base achievements. The problem with that, obviously, if you've played this game to completion, you know, it's the 1,000 miles achievement and the Gymkhana achievement that are actually difficult. The rest is just play the game a lot. And I can play the game a lot, there's no problem. I've already played, like, behind the scenes. I've played 2 hours today already, so. And the fact that it's on the phone and I can play it on my break at work is a bit of a killer, if I'm honest. But can I do it? Put in the comments if you think I can do it. And if you want me to do it, and if you want me to stream it, because that would be even more fun. Particularly with Craig, because I like the idea of Craig just hating on Stadia for no reason. Right, I've pulled out. Can I stick to it? I feel like this car's going really slowly, but it might just be the snow. I cannot see a thing. Right, it's got hard left. And obviously it goes without saying the latency on this is absolutely fine. So if you ever get told that that's the reason why you can't do cloud gaming nowadays, that's absolute baloney. Right, am I going to get done on the line? Lovely stuff. Another win for the good guys. There we go. So guys, that is a very quick look at the Stadia port of Dirt 5. If you like the video, drop a like, drop a comment. I could do more and I can ramble less. It's always difficult to do this on your own, but thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.